Good afternoon. My name is Clay Broughton. Today I am giving an informative speech assisted by a visual aid. Today's speech is going to be focused on the fundamentals of great ice hockey goaltending. Essentially, these fundamentals are supported by three important aspects: observation of the goaltender, a goaltender's stance, and also a goaltender's stick position. These are what I call the three S's. I use these when I coach my youth goaltenders. We live in a highlight society in which we see just simple snapshots really of athletic events and plays on television. How did really though that quarterback make the great pass? How did the baseball player hit the home run? And how did the goaltender make that highlight reel save? Well, believe it or not, about 90% of all that stuff is simply fundamentals, and I'm going to demonstrate that to you today with help from this visual aid. C, stance, and stick, the three S's of great goaltending. The first of those is C, a goaltender's sight. Ken Dryden, in his 1979 book, The Game, illustrates that pretty well by simply claiming that the more he saw the puck and followed the puck, the better his movements would be and the better his concentration. That leads me to my first point. Sight allows a goaltender to do things in the correct sequence. That means moving around the net, challenging the shooter, and playing specific angles on the ice. Without sight, you're not going to be able to do any of that. Additionally, Dryden makes note of the fact that by seeing the puck, a goaltender is able to really keep good concentration. You can see the goaltender here on your left, whose eyes are up off the ice, looking at the play developing. He's ready to make any movements he needs and execute his technique when the time comes. Sight also allows the goaltender to follow the play. This is very important because essentially it allows a goaltender to do two things: predict the play, not necessarily where the play is right now, where the play is going to be. That's more of the point. It also gives a goaltender knowledge of players, their tendencies, what they like to do. Maybe one particular player prefers to shoot more. Maybe another guy on the team prefers to pass more. By watching the puck and the play, a goaltender will gain this advantage. Stance is the second of the three S's. It is probably the most important aspect, other than obviously seeing the puck. We can see by the two pictures on the wall, the goaltender has a very good stance, and he's got a couple of reasons for this. Balance is key. His feet, knees, hips, hands, shoulders, everything is level, everything is balanced. This allows a goaltender to project a proper technique when the time comes. Also, balance is not just relegated to one's body, it's also balance of mind. The goaltender's sharp here, he's focused, he's ready to make the save. That can never be underestimated. The goaltender also has a very compact stance. This is also relating to two main points. His elbows are tucked in to be able to project technique, particularly with his gloves. His legs are closer together so he can project technique down low with pushes and drives to varying parts of the net. Very important. Body positioning, just mere parts of his body, is also very important. His hands are ready to project out of his stance and cover the top corners of the net. His shoulders are back and high. This takes away the upper portion of the net. That can also be seen somewhat on the picture to the right. The third most important aspect is the stick. The stick is everything. It is the last thing that a goaltender really moves or positions after a shot is taken. The stick is centered to the goaltender's stance and to his balance. Without the stick and proper positioning, you can see right between the legs, a goaltender isn't going to have much of a chance. Also, the stick is important because it's the center of the technique, because it relies on keeping the blade on a 90-degree angle between the middle of the net and wherever the puck is. If the goaltender sticks to that, then he will be directly in the path of the shot. The widest profile of his body will be in the way of the shot, and saves will be a lot easier to make. In conclusion, it's just really important to note, both from what I've said and the pictures on the screen, that goaltenders really don't have to have superhuman reflexes or out of this world reaction time. What they do need is a fundamental skill set. That fundamental skill set has to be the three S's. It has to be the three things described today, and those three things have to be combined with a great mental approach, physical effort, and desire. If a goaltender does that, three things will happen. He or she will successfully tend net, they'll have fun, and they'll give their team a chance to win. And that's what great goaltending is all about.